Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, folks? Spencer Jones is in the lineup tonight. He got the call last night that he is being called up. Shout out to all of you in the chat. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Keep sharing this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We are getting that much closer to 3,000 subscribers. So if you're new and you're watching, please hit that subscribe button. What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody living? Shout out to the folks in the chat. Let me say what's up to the chat real quick. We got Katie in the building. First person in the building. What's up, Katie? We got Beagle in the building. We got Jonathan in the building. We got Joseph Salvatore in the building. Robert's in the building. Norman Soto's in the building. Desiree's in the building. What is up? Peanuts in the building. What up, Daniel Berry? Daniel Berry's in the building. Jay Wyatt is in the building. What is up? Pasty's in the building. What is up? What is up? What is up? But Spencer Jones finally, got the call after yesterday's game with the unfortunate injury to Jasson Dominguez. And we got, he's been long overdue, in my opinion. It's like I said yesterday when I went live to talk about the breaking news with Jones. I think he was long overdue. Listen, I'll say it again, and I said it yesterday. I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him. But, I'm also going to manage my expectations. I'm not saying he's going to kill it right off the bat. But he's going to have to adjust, right? It's going to take him a little bit of time to adjust. Obviously, we don't really know how long he's going to be up here for, right? Especially when, at some point, Giancarlo Stanton's going to come back, and Stanton's going to get back into the lineup in some way, shape, or form, right? But in the meantime, obviously, Jones is going to be up here at the major league level. I think he should be playing every single day that he can, whether it's in the DH slot or he'll play the outfield according to Aaron Boone, whether it's right field, or he did mention left field too. So I would say center field as well. You know what I mean? I mean, he could play all three outfield positions. So, but Jones should be playing every single day in the lineup till guys like Dominguez and Stanton come back. But that's just me. That's just me. And again, I don't wish I was hoping like Jones was going to come up, because of an injury, but unfortunately, again, these things do happen. But Jones is going to get his opportunity at the major league level, and he's going up against Jacob Misiorowski, the starting pitcher for the Brewers. So it's definitely not going to be easy, right? Today's going to be a pitching matchup for sure. So, Max Fried's going to be on the mound, so it'll be a pitcher's duel. And I have a feeling tonight's game might be a low-scoring game. And I'll tell you my score prediction in just a moment. We got Jake Boss in the building. We got Robert Boom in the building. What is up, fellas? How's it going? Again, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. Let's continue growing this channel. But let's get right into it, folks. Let us get right into it. Let's get into these predictions, right? The game's going to start here in about 15 minutes. Let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about the predictions. What are we thinking for Max Fried tonight? What do we got for Max Fried? Tell me your predictions for Max Fried. So for me, I'll tell you right now, I think he's going to go 6 innings pitched. Let's see, 6 innings pitched. I think he'll have 6 strikeouts. I think he'll give up one walk, and I think he'll give up 1 run. So that is going to be my prediction for Max Fried is, again, 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 earned run. That is going to be my prediction for Max Fried. What are your predictions for Max Fried? Let's talk about it. Drop your comments in the chat. Let me know what you all are thinking. Let me just check this poll real quick. I want to see what everybody in the poll is thinking. So 14 votes and 57% of you are saying that Spencer Jones does not hit a home run. And that's fine. I respect that. Jake Boss is going 7 innings pitched, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Beagles going 7 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 backward strikeouts. Okay. Caught looking. All right. So any other predictions for Max Fried? Drop it in the comments section if you don't mind. I would greatly appreciate it. But what is... Yeah, exactly. Listen, I'm not worried about Spencer having if he has a bad game, he has a bad game. It is what it is. Again, it's his first major league. It's his first start in the major leagues. So, again, managing your expectations. Robert's saying 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts, a walk, and 2 runs. One of them is earned. Jay White is going 6 1/3, 5 strikeouts, a walk, 2 runs. I got you. You got Judge, Jones, and Rice hitting home runs. Yeah, for me, my home run call is going to be Judge, Rice, and Bellinger. And my sleeper is going to be Spencer Jones. So why not? Why not? I'm going to say Spencer Jones he's going to be my sleeper as far as home runs go. But I got Judge, Rice, and Bellinger hitting home runs. So those are going to be my picks for tonight. What's up, Joseph? How's it going, dude? But what's everybody else's picks for home runs? Let's see the home run jokes. Beagle says, how did Jones, Judge, and Rice? Nice. He's like, he's just like, I'm going for it, man. He's like, I think Jones is hitting a home run. Sleeper is going to be Bellinger. Okay. We matched the Brewers at their stadium. I expect to be a high scoring on our end. Yeah, I mean, again, they're going up against Mizorowski. I think he's a pretty solid pitcher. So we'll get into the score predictions momentarily. I want Jones to cover the first home run he hits. That would be nice. He will. He probably will get his first home run. Katie's going 6 innings for Fried and 4 strikeouts. You select Jones, Judge, and Rice to hit homer. 10-3 win. Katie really likes to score 10-3. Katie really likes to score 10-3. I think today's score, folks, I'm gonna go 5-3 is what I'm thinking. I think 5-3 is gonna be my prediction. So 5-3 will be my prediction. If the Yankees score more than 5 runs, great. I'm not going to complain one bit. But 5-3. 5-3 is going to be my prediction. John the Beagle Dad thinks 5-3 as well. He thinks 5-3. Robert's going 6-2. Okay. 6-2. Any other score predictions? Let me know. Let's see it in the chat. And the game is going to start here in about 10 minutes. Jazz Belly with Cabby as my sleeper. Yankees win 6-2, as Jay Wyatt is saying. Okay. That's your score prediction. Judge, Jones, McMahon, and Jazz. Judge, Jones, McMahon, and Jazz. Okay. Yeah, let's keep seeing those home run predictions. Let's see here. Just checking something. 8-3 is what Robert's saying. 4-3 from Peanut. Katie with her usual score prediction of 10-3. Okay. What's up, Dave? Dave is in the building. What's going on, buddy? How are you? All right, let's get into the ABS calls. How many calls do you think get overturned by ABS? I'm going 4. How many do you all have? Again, let me know in the chat. I think there's going to be a total of 4 calls being overturned. Cruise Control is in the building. What's up, Cruz? He says 8-3 Jones and Judge Homer. Okay. Beagle's going with 5. Dave is going 3. You need another Yankee hat? Well, then get you one. Knicks are coming out slow tonight. They're losing 25-18 right now. Appreciate you sharing that piece of news. Yeah, well, they're playing in Philly. They're playing in Philadelphia, so it's going to be a little tougher. Joseph is going 4. Cruise Control is going 5. Any other 5 overturn? I mean, it's possible, Robert. I mean, the other night, when the Yankees played against the Rangers in the second game of the series, by my count, there was 7 calls overturned. That umpire was bad, but yeah, there was a total of 7 calls that were overturned. 4 ABS overturns tonight is your prediction from Jay Wyatt. Okay. All right, let's talk food, people. Let's talk food real quick. What is everybody having for dinner tonight? If you already had dinner, what did you have? Today was an early one for me. So I had some steak, some top sirloin steak, with some asparagus, a little salad. So yeah, I ate pretty good tonight, man. I ate pretty freaking good tonight. Dirty water, Sabat hot dogs, golden brown mustard, OA, sauerkraut, and onions for Robert. Okay. Sounds like a day in New York. And then real quick, I forgot to do this. I'm going to share the lineup here real quick, folks. Let me share the lineup. Oh, cool. All right, nice, Beagle. ABS most of calls are close enough for me, for sure. Chicken and eggplant parm and pasta for Dave. Nice. A hot dog with ketchup, mustard, and sauerkraut, and leftover cucumber salad for Desiree. All right. But here's your lineup here tonight, folks. So Trent Grisham is batting leadoff. Ben Rice is back in the lineup after being hit in his hand. He's back in the lineup after not playing this week because of the injury as he was healing up. Aaron Judge is batting third. He'll be in right field. Cody Bellinger is batting cleanup. He'll be playing left field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is batting fifth, playing second base. Spencer Jones making his major league debut. He'll be batting sixth. He'll be the DH. Jose Caballero will be batting seventh, playing shortstop. Austin Wells batting eighth. He'll be at the dish. Ryan McMahon batting ninth, playing third base. That is your lineup, folks. That is your lineup. I like the lineup. I like Ben Rice batting second, and then right after Rice is Judge, and you got Bellinger right after Judge. Judge being surrounded by a couple of solid bats, so that's what I like. I love that for Judge, and then Spencer Jones batting sixth. I mean, it makes sense at some point. I mean, maybe if not now, sometime in the future, I'd like to see him bat higher up in the lineup. I'm right there with you there. I'm right there with you, Robert. I'm a New Yorker wherever I go to, man. I'm a New Yorker for sure. So that never leaves me, no matter what. No matter what. So I'm right there with you, my man. But the game's gonna start here in about 5 minutes. So hopefully you're all looking forward to the game. I know I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. But I'm excited. I'm excited for Spencer Jones, man. I really am. I'm really excited for him to get his opportunity again. I think he was long overdue, and I think he certainly definitely is very deserving of the opportunity. And I really think that he'll, I think 2027 season, if there is going to be a 2027 season, I think he's going to be your starting center fielder next year. I think you're going to see an outfield of Spencer. Obviously Cody Bellinger, Spencer Jones, Aaron Judge. That'd be a killer outfield right there. Some killer bats. Jose Caballero is your dark horse, Robert. Okay. I got Meredith Morakovitz talking with Spencer Jones right now. The game should be starting here in just a few minutes. Looks like a nice day out there in Milwaukee. It's like a nice city. As the game's going to commercial break. What's up, James? What's going on, dude? He says, "Hey, chat, let's see Spencer Jones play would have started an outfield though. Let Judge." Yeah, I mean, he's going to get opportunities in the outfield. He's going to get his opportunities in the outfield. Uh, Aaron Boone would already say it. So I could see a scenario where maybe he does get an opportunity to play in the outfield tomorrow. Maybe they'll DH a guy like Trent Grisham, right? And Spencer Jones could play center field, or they could DH Judge tomorrow and have Spencer Jones play right field, right? I mean, there's options there. So he's definitely capable of playing right field, center field, shoot, even left field too. Aaron Boone was talking about how he could play both left field and center field. So this is a guy that can play really anywhere in the outfield. I think he's going to have that versatility. Grisham got his 22 mil. Yeah. Am I breaking up? All right. Maybe there's a bad connection somewhere. I know sometimes these technical difficulties, they do happen. I don't want them to happen. It does happen, but hopefully it kind of fixes itself. But the game should be starting here in about a couple of minutes. Yankees will come up to bat first, and we'll see how they do. And let's check this poll again one more time. And 22 votes. And looks like 55% of you are saying that Spencer Jones hits a home run tonight. So I remember most of the votes were no. Now it's yes. Okay, Dave says I'm good now. All right, cool. Yeah, it just might have been some technical difficulties. Sometimes it's out of my control. So as long as we're good, that's all that matters. All right. And we are here live at the game. And there's a look at Spencer Jones down in there in the dugout, who's about to make his major league debut. I cannot wait. Miz is a rough pitcher to debut against. Just hope SJ can make contact. Yariel's versus. Yeah, I agree, James. Yeah, Mizorowski's gonna. I think this is gonna be a pitcher's duel. Like I said, man. I could be wrong, but I don't expect it to be like a very high scoring game. Well, let me pull up the game cast here. I'll pull up the game cast. So boom. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Boom. All right, I think we're good. All right, Mizorowski, 7 starts. He's got a 2-2 record. ERA sitting at 2.84. And Milwaukee rocking some different jerseys. tonight. I don't know if that's like their City Connect jersey or what, but their jerseys are a little different from their typical jerseys that they wear. But let's hope for a Yankees win, because that's all we want them to do is
win. Yeah.
And here's the defense for the Milwaukee Brewers from left to right. It is in the outfield, Brandon Lockridge, Jackson Trujillo, Sal Frelick. Infield from third to first is Luis Rengifo, Joey Ortiz, Bryce Terang, Andrew Vaughn. Gary Sanchez is DHing. William Contreras is at the dish. And here we go, folks. Here we go.
Let's get it started in here.
The game is about to go down. Alan Porter is your home plate umpire. He says play ball. He is a neutral caller when it comes to strikes. And the first pitch is a strike, 0-1, 102 mile per hour fastball. So this guy definitely looks like he throws some heat. 12 of the 25 calls have been overturned on Alan Porter by the ABS, as Mizorowski sets here on the 0-1 and 103 mile per hour fastball, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Grisham. As Mizorowski sets here on the 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 103 mile per hour fastball. First strikeout for Mizorowski, and that's going to bring Ben Rice to the plate. So let's see what Rice does here in his first game back since Sunday, I believe. And here we go. Here's Ben Rice. First pitch is in there for a strike, 103 mile per hour fastball. 1-1 count here to Ben Rice. Mizorowski sets. The 0-1 pitch is fouled. 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's go Yankees. So 0-2 count. Mizorowski sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here. This guy is throwing over 100 miles per hour. So Rice will strike out, and that's going to bring Aaron Judge to the plate. So here is Aaron Judge now. Let's see if he's able to keep this inning alive. Let's see if he has any sort of answer for Mizorowski as he sets here on the first pitch. Is in there for a strike. It is 0-1 here to Aaron Judge. The 0-1. And that is fouled, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Aaron Judge. And 2 outs. Mizorowski trying to strike out the side here. And Judge calls time. And here we go. Back to action. Mizorowski sets here on the 0-2. The pitch. Lays off that one. It's 1-2 now to Judge. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Judge as Mizorowski sets the 1-2. And that ball's hit into right field, but it is caught by Frelick for the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 inning for Mizorowski. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the first. 0-0 game. No runs, no hits, no errors. Yeah, Robert. I mean, 103 miles per hour. That's nothing to mess with. That is just straight fire, man. That's some straight heaters being thrown right there. But we'll see how Max Fried does in this start tonight, as he will start warming up for the Yankees. But I appreciate you all being here. Make sure you all hit the like button. If you haven't yet, let's try to get to 50 likes as quickly as we possibly can, and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. I gladly appreciate both. And game will resume here momentarily. All right. Yeah, well, a Granhe throws exactly. All right, let me get the game cast off the screen once we get back to once the advertisements are gone, which they are right now. So Jackson Chourio, Bryce Terang, William Contreras, Gary Sanchez, Andrew Vaughn, Luis Rengifo, Brendan Lockridge, Sal Frelick, Joey Ortiz. That is your lineup. Here's Max Fried, 4-1, 8 starts, 2.39 ERA, 52 and 2/3 innings pitched. Opponent's average 176, 43 strikeouts, 15 walks. Only gave up a home run. So Fried having a decent season so far. And here we go. Jackson Chourio is ready to go. Fried is ready to go. First pitch goes around. Got him with the cutter, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him with another cutter, 0-2. It is 0-2 now to Chourio. As Chourio calls time. So 0-2 count here to Chourio. Fried sets the 0-2. Does he go around? Yes, no, he doesn't. First base umpire said he does not go around. It is 1-2. Boone is not happy about that call. I thought he went around, and I thought that was strike 3. Evidently not. As Fried sets here on the 1-2, here's the pitch. Struck him out looking. Got him with the cutter. First strikeout of the game for Max Fried. Good job to Max Fried. So Caballero leading shortstops with 8 defensive runs saved this season. That's incredible. So here's Bryce Terang now. And that is popped up left field on the first pitch. And Bellinger makes the catch for out number 2, and that's going to bring William Contreras to the plate. What's up, Margaret? Miss 1000 is in the chat. What's up? How's it going? Knicks winning 38-35. Nice. Keep the updates coming, man. Appreciate it. So here is Contreras. The pitch from Fried as a swing and a miss as he gets him with the cutter, 0-1. So 0-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The pitch from Fried. Got him with the sinker, 0-2. Time to play that 2-strike horn. The ball balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, free sets. The pitch is a ball, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Contreras with 2 outs. The 1-2. That is fly ball to center field. Grisham runs in, makes the catch for out number 3. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Max Fried. And we're going to the top of the second. Top of the second, folks. Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Spencer Jones will be due up to face Jacob Misiorowski. So let's see how Spencer Jones does in his first major league at bat. While we wait for the game to resume, appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you don't mind. If you're new, greatly appreciate both. Let's continue growing this channel. But so far, a good start for Max Fried. You know, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Let's see what the 4, 5, 6 batters are going to do against Misiorowski. Misiorowski's good. He's going to be tough. He's going to be tough. I mean, you know, this guy's throwing straight heaters, man. 102, 103 mile per hour pitches. That's nothing to blink your eyes at, for no doubt. So hopefully the Yankees bats can figure him out. But hopefully, you know, Max Fried can hold his own against the Brewers. I feel like he can. So far, he's got 1 strikeout. So, you know, let's see what the bats do in the top of the second against Misiorowski. So can't wait to see Spencer Jones come up to bat. Let me check this poll here real quick. So 24 votes, and 54% of you are saying that Jones does hit a home run. All right, here we go, folks. Cody Bellinger is going to lead things off for the New York Yankees. All right, Bellinger calls time. So let's see what Bellinger does. Bellinger's batting average at .299. OPS is .924. Bellinger's been red hot over the last few weeks. First pitch to Bellinger is a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes now to Cody Bellinger. The 2-0. That is called a strike. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Bellinger. The pitch, 3-1 now to Cody Bellinger. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bellinger. Top 0-0 game. The 3-1, and Bellinger hits that ball to left field, and Lockridge makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Talking all that jazz.
Let's see what Jazz Chisholm Jr. does. And here we go. Here's Jazz at the plate. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. as Mizorowski sets here on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. And Jazz fouls that one. It is 0-2 now. Got Spencer Jones waiting on deck. Gotta wonder how excited and anxious he's feeling. As Mizorowski sets here on the 0-2, the pitch. Pitch is outside, 1-2. So 1-2 here to Jazz Chisholm Jr. as Mizorowski sets here on the 1-2, the pitch. And there's a little roller to Mizorowski, tosses it to first and gets Jazz out. And here comes Spencer Jones here, folks. Here comes Spencer Jones making his major league debut. And excited for him. There's some family there. They've got to be really happy. So let's see what he does here in his first major league at bat. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Woo! Swing and a miss. 0-2 now to Spencer Jones. Yeah, this guy just is a flamethrower, Mizorowski. He sets here on the 0-2. The pitch. And Spencer Jones fouls that one. That was a 104 mile per hour fastball. That is just crazy. Oh, 2 count, 2 outs. Mizorowski sets the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the curveball. So third strikeout for Mizorowski as Jones strikes out in his first major league at bat. And that will take us to the bottom of the second. Gary Sanchez, former New York Yankee, Andrew Vaughn, and Luis Rengifo will be due up as Max Fried will get back on the mound. So let's see if Max Fried can have a clean second. So far, so good for Mizorowski. Does anyone complain about Jones's K rate yet? Yeah, that's funny. What's up, Jacob Frederick? He says I might be going to the Yankees Guardians on June 10th. That should be fun. When 93 was a power pitcher? Yeah, it's like when 93 you were a power pitcher. If you were throwing like 99 or 100, you were like elite. Like you were at a way higher level than everybody else. Now 99 to 100 it just seems like normal, but 102, 103, 104 mile per hour pitches though. That's just insanity, man, but My fault. I didn't know I was muted. My bad. It's 1-2 here to Gary Sanchez. Pitches into dirt, 2-2. Two count. The pitch is through for a single. As that ball goes to right field, it's going to be a leadoff single here at the top of the second for Gary Sanchez. And the Brewers get their first hit of the night, and that's going to bring Andrew Vaughn to the plate. Vet with the program? I'm sorry. Is that like a different version of English there, Brad? I don't understand vet with the program, but I'll try and I'll learn what that is here soon. And here's Andrew Vaughn. He takes a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. 3-0 now to Andrew Vaughn. The 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Vaughn. So first walk issued by Max Fried. Runners on first and second. With Luis Rengifo coming to the plate. So Fried is in a little bit of a jam right now. Jaden in the building. He says NFE eats the steaks raw. You know, it's funny. I had some steaks. Steaks a couple of hours ago. Medium rare, dude. Oh, those steaks were so good. Here is Luis Rengifo now at the plate. Fried steps off. A double play would be a good thing right now. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1. As Fried sets here on the 1-0 to Rengifo. Ball 2, 2-0. So 6 straight balls thrown here by Max Fried. So 2-0, runners on first and second. Brewers trying to get on the board. Yeah, no doubt, Jaden. No doubt. The 2-0. 3-0. That's 7 straight balls from Max Fried. Not sure what's going on here. Count now is 3-0. And that's ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for Max Fried. So bases are loaded with nobody out. Brandon Lockridge is going to come to the plate. That's got to be, yeah, I would hope there's going to be a visit to the mound. There's Austin Wells who's going to try and talk to Fried, and that is definitely going to bring Matt Blake out too. So 22 pitches. Of those 22, 12 of those were balls. Fried's lost command. He must have another blister. Let's hope not. We remember that blister story from a season ago. All right. Well, Matt Blake went out there to talk to Max Fried. Let's see if Fried can settle down here. He's in a big jam right now, so let's see if he's able to get out of his jam because he's facing Brandon Lockridge right now. So the bases are loaded, nobody out. How does Fried get out of this jam that he's in? First pitch to Lockridge is in there for a strike, finally. After eight balls thrown, straight balls being thrown, first strike here. So 0-1 to Brandon Lockridge. As Fried sets here on the 0-1, the pitch. And that's going to get through for a base hit. And 1 run will score. And just like that, the Brewers are up 1-0. Sanchez will score. That's an RBI single for Lockridge. Bases are still loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the second. So Fried's still in trouble here, people. And here we go. Here's Sal Frelick, who pops it up on the first pitch. Bellinger making a run, but he is definitely out of real estate there. It is 0-1 to Sal Frelick. As Fried sets here on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be, not caught by Jazz. So another run's going to score. So Vaughn will score. So 2-0 game. Bases loaded still nobody out. I thought Jazz would have caught that one. I thought that play was going to be made. The runners didn't hold up. Caballero and Jazz were both going for it. Yeah, just over the glove. Just goes over the glove of Jazz. So here is Joey Ortiz now. So 2-0 game. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 here to Ortiz. So not looking so great right now for the Yankees. The 1-0. That is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Joey Ortiz. The 1-1. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ortiz. Let's see if Fried could get his second strike out of the game. He desperately needs to get an out here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The hat comes off. They're losing 2-0. Should have came off a little while ago. Here's the 1-2. Way off. 2-2. The 2-2. Foul ball. I appreciate it, Jaden. Yeah, I got a fresh cut today, man, so definitely needed it. But it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ortiz with the bases loaded. Pitch is inside Full count now. So Fried struggling here in the top of the, or in the bottom of the second. Ortiz calling time. And here we go, back to action. As Fried sets the payoff. There's a grounder. This could be two. There's one, and they get the one out. Another run's going to score. So Rengifo will score. Ortiz gets an RBI there on the ground out. So one out with runners on the corners. It's a 3-0 game. Finally, the Yankees get an out, but another run does score, unfortunately, and that's going to bring Jasson Dominguez up to the plate. So we're back to the top of the lineup. So Max Fried giving up 2 walks, 3 hits, 3 runs. You would hope that he could keep it here to a 3-0 lead. Big swing and a miss, 0-1 to Churio. As Fried sets on the 0-1, the pitch, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Churio. Runners on first and third with 1 out. The Brewers are leading 3-0. The 0-2. Pitch is outside, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jasson Dominguez. Fried needs to desperately get out of this inning as this team is losing 3-0. The 1-2, the throw over to first, and Ortiz safely gets back. Still 1-2 as Churio steps back into the batter's box. Thank you, Katie. The 1-2. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. 4-0 game. Runners on first and second now as Lockridge scores. So 4 runs given up here in the bottom of the second. So this has been a very rough inning here for Max Fried. Still 1 out. Runners on first and second. That's going to bring Bryce Terang. Looks like there was... Yeah, Fried showing a little bit of frustration right now. So here is Bryce Terang. Ball 1. And a throw over to second. As Ortiz safely gets back. You got Jake Bird warming up in the bullpen right now for the Yankees. The 1-0. Got him with the sweepers. Strike one, 1-1. The 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. The 1-2. Foul ball. Yeah, Fried had a solid first inning. Was able to make it a 1-2-3 inning. The bottom of the second, though, has not been kind to him. He's at 41 pitches right now. The 1-2. Another foul ball. Still 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Bryce Terang. Got William Contreras waiting on deck. The 1-2. Hit into left field and foul ball. And here we go. Another 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. Second strikeout of the game for Max Fried. About time. And that's going to bring William Contreras now to the plate with 2 outs. Fried already at 44 pitches. First pitch. 1-0. Knicks are up 60-52. Nice. I'll take that. As Fried sets here on the 1-0. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Brewers have a 4-0 lead here. 1-1, ball 2. The 2-1. There's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time to play that 2-strike horn. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. He desperately needs to get out of this inning. There's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the curveball. And he struck him out. Third strikeout for Max Fried, but it was a rough inning there. He gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 runs. And that's going to take us to the top of the third. Let's see if the Yankees bats can somehow answer back. The bottom of the order coming up for the New York Yankees. It'll be Caballero, Wells, and McMahon. Like I said, the bats are going to have their hands full tonight here, folks, against Mizorowski. Hopefully the bats can figure it out. But appreciate you all being here. Make sure you all hit the like button and hit that subscribe if you are new. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get back from commercial break. But yeah, Fried right now, pitch count wise, he's at 49 pitches. So, we could probably get through the third. If he could keep his pitch count down, that's going to be key. But if he could keep his pitch count down, he could at least try and make it 5 innings. But if he pitches the way he did, like he did in the second inning, he probably won't see the fifth inning. You could maybe get 4. You could probably get 4 innings, at this rate. But again, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's still early, but being down 4-0 though, that's tough, man. That's definitely tough. All right, let's get back to the game here. And that's going to bring Jose Caballero now to the plate. And first pitch is a strike, 0-1. So 0-1 here to Caballero. Pitch is outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1 now to Caballero. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 101 mile per hour fastball. Two count here to Caballero. Foul ball. Still 2-2. Another 2-2. And Caballero, that gets through for a base hit. Yankees get their first hit of the game. And that is from Jose Caballero. Yankees finally get a hit here, and that's going to bring Austin Wells now to the plate. So here is Austin Wells. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Caballero takes his lead at first. Mizorowski sets the 1-0. That is popped up, foul ball. Still one. It's now 1-1. Yeah, I've heard it from a few people there, Petruzzi, that the sound effects scared some folks. Well, that's good. It'll keep you awake, get your attention. Wells does call time. Home plate umpire grants it. Well, now you know there, Petruzzi. Tells me you're not in the channel, at least when I'm calling the game, but that's okay. But yes, I do sound effects, and it's a swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Caballero at first, and the throw over to first as Caballero safely gets back. What's up, Hitman? Shout out to my guy, Hitman. What's up, dude? Mizorowski sets here on the 1-2. Another throw over to first. And it looks like it's a balk. So Caballero will take second base. So Milwaukee manager's umpire talking with the manager talking with the umpire. Looks like Alan Porter is going to talk to him just to give him some clarification on the balk call. But runner on second now with nobody out, still 1-2 to Wells. Yeah, at least the Rays are losing. Yeah, even Wells was pointing out the mound saying balk, balk. He knew. All right, back to action. Another 1-2 pitch coming up. And Wells fouls it back, still 1-2. Mizorowski with the long set. 2-2. Close call. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2-2 count. Runner on second. Nobody out. Yankees trying to get on the board. They're down 4-0. The 2-2. Did he go? Third base umpire said he did not. So full count now to Austin Wells. Austin Wells being very patient this at bat. Let's see who wins this battle. Swing and a miss, and Wells loses the battle. Struck him out with a slider. That's the 4th strikeout for Mizorowski. And that's going to bring Ryan McMahon to the plate. So let's see what Ryan McMahon does in his first at-bat. And McMahon hits that ball to left field, and the catch is made. And Caballero will stay put at second. And we're back to the top of the lineup. That's going to bring Trent Grisham now to the plate. And here we go. Let's see if Trent Grisham can keep the inning alive. Let's see if he could get Caballero home. And a throw over to second as Caballero safely gets back. First throw over in this at bat. What's up, Rodolfo? First pitch is a strike to Trent Grisham. Grisham is 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bat. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Mizorowski sets here on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Pitch is high for ball 2, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. Mizorowski sets. And that's foul back 2-2. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on second. Mizorowski sets. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3. Full count now. Balls, strikes, wow. Here's the payoff. And Grisham pops that one up left side in foul territory. Luis Rengifo makes the catch. Yankees leave a runner stranded. And we're going to the bottom of the third now. They are still down 4-0. So at least in that, I mean, nothing positive about that inning, but at least in the top of the third there, they were at least able to be a little bit more patient against Mizorowski, have him throw more pitches, which I'll take that. His pitch count right now is at 43. He was at 23 to start the inning. So hopefully the Yankees offense can figure it out. But yeah, Mizorowski's tough, man. He's definitely tough. But let's see if Fried can have a better third inning. He gave up 4 in the bottom of the second. So it was a very rough inning for Max Fried. So he's going to have to try and settle down and figure this out. Hitman Spencer Jones struck out in his first at bat. I'm sure. Obviously, it's his major league debut. I'm managing my expectations. And of all games to start, he's starting against a guy like Mizorowski, who's been pitching well so far. Robert says we will get to the Miz. I think they're slowly trying to figure him out. I think they're trying to figure him out. I think the patience was nice to see there in the top of the third. I mean, unfortunately, it didn't result into anything positive, but I like the patience. They made him throw more pitches, which was good. Yeah, I'm not expecting much either, man. All right. Yeah, Fried threw 40 pitches in the second inning, and now he's facing Gary Sanchez here, who's leading things off. So first pitch is in the dirt. So Sanchez had a single and scored a run. There is a strike, 1-1. Got him with the curveball. Here's the 1-1. Strike two, 1-2. Let's see if Fried can get his fourth strikeout of the game. It's a 1-2 count here to Sanchez as Fried sets. Upstairs, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got Sanchez to strike out. And that is the fourth strikeout of the game for Max Fried. So 1 out. And that's going to bring Andrew Vaughn to the plate. So Vaughn had a walk in his first at bat. He takes ball 1. But the pitch is being challenged. It was, in fact, the ball, so the Yankees do lose a challenge. Just misses the strike zone. It was 0.3 inches off the plate. So the correct call was made. It is 1-0 to Vaughn. And that ball is hit into center field. Grisham is running back, still running back, and he's going to play it off the wall. Well, yeah. Okay, looks like it was a ground rule double. Looked like it was playing off the wall. He stopped all of a sudden. So it looks like it was a ground rule double. It is a double for Vaughn with 1 out, and that's going to bring Luis Rengifo to the plate. All right. Here is Rengifo, who walked in his first at bat. Big swing and a miss. 0-1. The 0-1. And that ball is hit into right field. Judge is right there, makes the catch, and throws the ball into the infield. And Vaughn will stay put at second. We got 2 outs now, and that's going to bring Brandon Lockridge to the plate. Lockridge 1 for 1, had an RBI single in the second, also scored a run himself. There's a strike. The 0-1. And that is hit into center field. Grisham runs in. Oh, and the ball bounces off his glove. And Vaughn's going to score. It's going to be a 5-0 game. So you wonder if that's going to be it's definitely scored as a hit. Is it going to be an error as well? So the Yankees are down 5-0. So Max Fried just having one of those starts tonight. Ball 1 to Sal Frelick. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. The 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Time to play that 2. The pitch to Frelick is outside. Ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out for the third out of the inning. But the Yankees do give up another run. That's 4 strikeouts now for 5 strikeouts for Max Fried. Actually, 4 strikeouts, my bad. So 4 strikeouts. Yeah, or 5. Yeah, it was 5. I was right. It was 5. I'm just tripping over here. But Yankees are down 5-0. So the Bats got to figure this out, man. They got to figure this out. This is not good for the New York Yankees.
Get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Got to play a little bit of motivation music. But yeah, the Yankees gotta figure something out here, man. They gotta figure something out. This is not looking good. This is not good at all. I mean, forget not looking good. This isn't looking good for the Yankees. So hopefully they can figure it out. Bats certainly they do need to come around. Can they figure it out though? I mean, it's a question. So they're gonna have to have more of these patient at bats against Mizorowski. They were able to make him throw 20 pitches. He's at 43 right now. If they can make him throw another 20 to 30, get that pitch count really high. But as they're doing that, they got to get on base and try and get some runs on the board. All right, here is Ben Rice at the plate, leading things off here. It is 0-1 here to Ben Rice. Here's the 0-1. Foul ball, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. A little bit of a wild pitch there. Looks like Contreras got hurt on that bounce in the dirt. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Ben Rice. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 5 for Mizorowski. And that's going to bring Aaron Judge to the plate. So here's Judge. He takes ball one. The 1-0. 1-1. The 1-1. Judge fouls that back 1-2. As Judge calls time, he will step back into the batter's box. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Aaron Judge. The Yankees are down 5-0. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Mizorowski. That is 6 strikeouts now. And that's going to bring Cody Bellinger to the plate. And the first pitch to Bellinger is hit into left field. And that is, he is hurt while wow. Oh my God. That was brutal. That was brutal. Tried sliding to make a catch and he banged his knee into the tarp there. That doesn't look good. Ow. That one, that one looked like it hurt. Definitely did hurt. Yeah, that was Lockridge. I hope he's all right, man. That looked pretty scary. Yeah, they're checking on him right now. Wouldn't be surprised if they took him out of the game. Oof. Yeah, it was definitely his knee. It looks like the players are there, just checking on him. The trainers checking him out. They're helping him up. Crowd's giving him a hand here. Round of applause. Yeah, he's definitely going to be out of the game. Yeah, they're going to get a cart there for him. Hey, he's not going to be able to. Yeah. So there is a little bit of a delay in the game. It's an injury delay to Brandon Lockridge. Looks like they brought the little card out to take him out of the game. Yeah, unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate for him. Yeah, as soon as he collided, I was just like, yeah, he's probably going to be taken out of the game, man. They're showing this replay. He tried making a catch for it. He slid. Yeah, he crashed right into that wall. And that was, yeah, that's all she wrote. Yeah, it was his left knee. Yeah. Never want to see a player get hurt like that, man. But it's unfortunate. But game must go on. Yeah, Mizorowski already knew. Bellinger talking with the manager of the Brewers. So they got Mitchell out there in left field to take over. So Garrett Mitchell is in center field. So a little bit of an outfield adjustment there. Jackson Churio will take over left. All right, back to action. So 2 outs here. Yankees are down 5-0 here in the top of the fourth. It's 0-1 to Cody Bellinger. And Bellinger hits a grounder, and he will ground out as Vaughn will step on the bag himself. So the Yankees go down in order. So the bottom of the fourth coming up now. Yankees are down 4-0. The bottom of the fourth will be coming up. So Yankees bats. No answer tonight so far. They only got the one hit against Mizorowski. But yeah, that injury to Lockridge, man, that was bad. But bottom of the fourth will be coming up. Joey Ortiz, Jackson Churio, and Bryce Terang will be due up. So it'll be the 9-1-2 batters coming up. So bottom of the fourth about to resume here momentarily. Let's see if Freed could keep it here to a 5-0 game. He's at 65 pitches. All right, back to the game. Here's Freed on the mound. First pitch is inside ball one, 1-0. The 1-0. Pitch is upstairs, 2-0. Yeah, the hat is off, dude. Yankees need to make a comeback. Looks like this hat's going to be off for a little while. The 2-0. Foul ball, 2-1. The 2-1 is hit into right field, but Jazz backs up and he makes the catch. 0-1, 1 out. And that's going to bring Jackson Chorio, who is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Here's Chorio. He takes strike 1. The 0-1 is right back to Fried. Throws over first for out number 2. And that's going to bring Bryce Terang to the plate. And here is Bryce Terang. First pitch, he shows bunt, but it's a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I think so. If you could get through this inning there, Cruz, it's ball 2, but the pitch is being challenged. So if the Yankees lose this, they are out of challenges. It is, in fact, a strike, so the Yankees still maintain their 1 challenge that they have left. That is the first call overturned. It is now 1-2. It's time to play that 2-strike rule. The 2-1. That is grounded to first. Rice tosses it to Fried, and he beats out Terang to the bag to get the final out of the inning. So Fried has a 1-2-3 inning, his first 1-2-3 inning since the top of the first inning, and we're going to the top of the 5th. And I'm going to take a quick break here, folks. Don't go away. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. If you're new, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll be right back. All right, we're back here, top of the 5th. Jazz, Spencer Jones, Jose Caballero due up here in the top of the 5th. Yankees still trying to get on the board.
fucking all that jazz.
It is 0-1 here to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Oh and 2 now. Here's the 0-2. 1-2 now to Jazz. And Jazz strikes out looking on a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. That is strikeout number 7 for Mizorowski. That's going to bring Spencer Jones to the plate. Jones struck out in his first at-bat. So far, he's 0 for 1. And the first pitch is inside. Ball 1 to Jones. As Mizorowski sets on the 1-0 the pitch. That was inside. He did not go. 2-0. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 102-mile-per-hour fastball. Foul ball, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Spencer Jones. What's up, Pixelmon? The 2-2. Foul ball. Still 2-2. Yeah, he's got a different batting stance, but it works for him. As he takes ball 3, 3-2. Here's the payoff. And it's ball 4. Spencer Jones draws a walk.
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
And that is the first walk given up by Mizorowski, and that's going to bring Jose Caballero to the plate. So here is Jose Caballero, who got the only hit for the Yankees on the board. And as I say that, he gets the second hit of the game. Looks like he's got it figured out here against Mizorowski. Now we got runners on first and second, 1 out. And that's going to bring Austin Wells to the plate. So Yankees bats coming alive here. Showing a little bit of life here in the top of the 5th. Can they get on the board? Yeah, Spencer Jones with his first major league career walk. So congratulations to Spencer Jones. And Caballero gets his second hit of the game That's the second hit for the Yankees in this game. So let's see what Austin Wells does. Wells in his last at-bat, it was a long at-bat, but unfortunately he struck out. As I said that he does foul the first pitch. It is 0-1 to Austin Wells. The 0-1. 0-2 now. Got him with the slider. Wells calls time. So Yankees are up 5-0. I believe this is the first time all night where they have had two men on base at the same time. As Mizorowski sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. And Wells strikes out looking. And that is strikeout number 8 for Mizorowski. And that's going to bring Ryan McMahon now to the plate. So Mizorowski at 68 pitches. So here's Ryan McMahon. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. 0-2. Got him with the slider. The 0-2. Whoa, way inside. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and that is 9 strikeouts for Mizorowski. He is on a roll. Yankees leave 2 men stranded. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th now, folks. Yeah, this is probably going to be what's looking like a rough night for the Yankees bats, man. I mean, Mizorowski is just mowing them down. So everything seems to be clicking for the Brewers, both on the pitching side with Mizorowski and with the bats. Max Fried's going to come back out. He's got 75 pitches. I'd imagine if he gets through the 5th, that's probably going to do it for him, and then the Yankees are going to have to go to their bullpen and hopefully hopefully the bullpen can figure it out. But Yankees bats haven't figured out Mizorowski. They only got 2 hits against him, both by Caballero. And Spencer Jones he was able to get his first career major league walk. So Mizorowski only has the 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. So far Max Fried has 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He gave up 5 runs on 6 hits. So don't know if the Yankees have any juice left in them as far as the bats go. And let's check that Knicks score right now. Let's check that Knicks score. Let's see where we're at. So it looks like End of the third quarter, they're winning 85-76, so they're up by 9 right now. Yeah, 9 strikeouts in 5 innings is pretty. That's some crazy work right there, man. All right, here's William Contreras to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. He takes ball 1. It's 1-0. Yeah, 85-76. I'll take it. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs 2-0. So 2-0 now to Contreras. The 2-0. Got him with the curveball, 2-1. The 2-1. That is hit right to Jazz, who fields it, throws over to first, and gets Contreras out. And that's going to bring Gary Sanchez now to the plate. Got CC Sabathia Wall of Honor. CC Sabathia in his Brewers jersey. I mean, he spent some time with the Brewers, so first pitch to Sanchez is a ball. Fried is at 80 pitches. Here's the 1-0. That's in there, first strike, 1-1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gary Sanchez. He's 1 for 2 tonight. As Fried sets on the 1-1. That is a grounder. McMahon charges, fields it, fires to first, and gets Sanchez out for out number 2. And that's going to bring Andrew Vaughn to the plate. And here we go. Here's Andrew Vaughn. He takes a strike. 0-1. So Vaughn is 1 for 1 with a walk tonight. Scored a couple runs. Here's the 0-1. 0-2. Time to play that 2-strike zone. Fried sets on the 0-2, the pitch. That is up the middle. What a catch by Jazz. Nicely played. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Max Fried. Good job to Fried. Yankees are still down 5-0. Bat's got to do something. So the top of the 6th now is coming up. What up, Ace? He says, breaking news, the Yankees offense is currently stuck at the airport, hence why they haven't shown up to the ball game. Yeah, they're the offense is dead right now. But when we get back to action here in the top of the 6th, Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, the top of the lineup will be coming up for the New York Yankees. Can the bats figure it out, or is it over? As the top of the 6th will start here shortly. The top of the order, everyone's 0 for 2. Let's see if they can get their first hits of the game. So I know this is not a fun game to watch. It's hard. It's not a fun game for me, believe me, man. I I hate calling games like this. It's hard for me to call games like this when the Yankees are losing. You know, it really does. But I still appreciate y'all hanging out with me though on this Friday night. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. If you are new, I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. We are on the road to 3,000 subs. All right. Let's get back to the game here. So foul ball, strike one to Trent Grisham. So Grisham is 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. As Mizorowski sets here on the 0-2. Pitch is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. What's up, Michael? Yeah, they need to manufacture some runs, man, but it's hard to do against Mizorowski as he pitched for ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2. Ball 3, full count now to Trent Grisham. So full count here to Trent Grisham, the payoff pitch. Foul ball, still 3-2. There's Ben Rice waiting on deck. Yeah, we'll be playing the O's. It's all good. Another payoff pitch. And pitches upstairs, ball 4. And Grisham works the walk.
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
Second walk by Mizorowski, and that's going to bring Ben Rice to the plate. So here comes Ben Rice. Mizorowski has 79 pitches. And it looks like we have a visit on the mound. So Contreras and the pitching coach for the Brewers are talking with Mizorowski right now. Yankees only have 2 hits in this game, no runs. The Brewers have 6 hits, 5 runs. So they got Ashby warming up in the bullpen for the Brewers, left-handed pitcher. All right, and here we go. Here's Ben Rice, who's 0 for 2. First pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-0. 1-1. The 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, one strike here to Ben Rice. The pitch from Mizorowski is a foul ball, 2-2. Two count. Ball 3. It's a full count. So full count here to Ben Rice. Let's see if Ben Rice can work a walk. A 2-run home run would be great. Here's the payoff. And Rice fouls that one. Still a full count. So Mizorowski right now at 85 pitches. So Yankees getting that pitch count up. That's good. Another payoff. Another foul ball. Looks like that ball came off his foot. Yep, sure did. So still 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Rice trying to walk it off here. Another payoff pitch coming up. And Rice hits that ball to center field. And Mitchell makes the catch for out number 1. And Grisham will get back to first. And Aaron Judge now will come to the plate. So Judge is 0 for 2 tonight. We got Cody Bellinger waiting on deck. Grisham's at first. The Yankees are down 5-0 here in the top of the 6th. And Judge takes strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 misses, 1-2 now. Mizorowski sets here on the 1-2, and Judge swings and misses. That is strikeout number 10 for Mizorowski. And that's going to bring Cody Bellinger now to the plate. Swing and a miss by Bellinger on a 103-mile-per-hour fastball. The 0-1. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Bellinger fouls that one, still 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Cody Bellinger with 2 outs. Runner on first. Yankees still trying to find a way to get on the board. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That is 11 strikeouts for Mizorowski. What a game he's having. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. So the Yankees' bats are nowhere to be found. And they are down 5-0. So Mizorowski having one hell of a game here. So Max Fried has 85 pitches. I don't know if they're going to stick with him for the 6th inning or if they're if the Yankees are bringing somebody out of the bullpen. But it will be Rengifo, Mitchell, and Frelick. So it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters coming up. Yeah, pitch count for Mizorowski is 95. Don't know if they'll put him back out there for the 7th. But it's been a rough one for the Yankees tonight. Again, don't know if they have a comeback rally in them. I mean, crazier things have happened, but you gotta wonder if the Yankees can make a comeback. Oh man, I'm sure fans are going to be talking plenty when the Yankees lose tonight, especially the fair-weather fans. They only seem to show up when the Yankees are losing, but you win some, you lose some. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You could expect the Yankees to lose 60 games this year, over 162 game season. It's entirely possible. C-Rod says, forget Skeens. The Yankees should trade for this guy. They can't touch him. He's throwing 103. I do like him. He's a beast. Striking out 11. Here's Luis Rengifo, who takes ball 1. The 1-0. Pitches in the dirt, 2-0. Fernando Cruz is warming up in the bullpen for the New York Yankees. You hope Fried could get through 6 innings as he sets you here on the 2-0. Pitches upstairs, 3-0. Knicks are up 99-86. Beautiful. Well, there's some good news at least. At least one New York team is winning. The 3-0. And it's ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to Rengifo. That is the 3rd walk by Max Fried. Let's see what Boone is staying put right now. So Garrett Mitchell now will be coming to the plate. Well, let me get the game cast back up. And the first pitch to Mitchell. Let's see if they could turn 2. There's 1. And there's 2. A double play turned by the New York Yankees. Nicely done. Although the throw to first was close. That was really close. I don't know if the Brewers are challenging this or not. Doesn't look like it. And first pitch to Frelick is ball 1. There's a strike. 1-1 now to Frelick. Here's the 1-1. Pitch is low for ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1. There's a grounder. Caballero runs to his left, fields it, throws to first, and gets him out at the last second. Good job to Jose Caballero. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the sixth, or top of the seventh. Yankees still trailing 5-0, so Fried gets through 6. He's at 92 pitches. It's safe to assume that's probably going to be his last inning. If so, his final outing for Max Fried. Gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, gave up 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. I was 1 off on the strikeouts. I was correct on the innings. I said 6 innings. I was way off of how many runs he was going to give up, and then I was certainly off on the walks too. And I was 1 off on the strikeouts, but I was only correct on the innings pitched. I mean, I know, nothing to really brag about. I mean, it wasn't exactly the greatest of outings for Max Fried, but he was still able to get through 6 innings, all things considered. But Mizorowski, I don't think will be back on the mound, but no, it doesn't look like it. They're going to bring in Shane Johan into the game, and he will be facing Jazz, Jones, and Caballero. So Johan is a left-handed pitcher. So he's going to be facing a couple of lefties here. All right. So, name that Yankee. 292 batting average, 509 home runs, 1676 ribbies. Played for the Yankees from 04 to 06. Played with the Braves in 02 and 03. Brewers 88 to 91. Padres 92 to 93. Marlins 93 to 98. Dodgers 98 to 2001. So he played for a lot of different teams. Can anybody name that Yankee? And we got Jazz Chisholm Jr. leading things off.
Talking all that jazz.
It is 0-1 here to Jazz Chisholm, who is 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now. One and 2 now to Jazz. The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jazz. Two count. And Jazz hits that ball to center field. Mitchell backs up, makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes Spencer Jones, who is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Yeah, I mean, Fried still battled. I'll give him that. I mean, gave up 5 runs. That's not great, but was still able to get through 6 innings. Typically, a pitcher who gives up 5 runs in a game, especially early on, they don't see the 6th inning typically. But here's Spencer Jones, who is 1 for 1. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2 now. The 1-2. 2 and 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Johan sets, pitches outside, full count. 3 and 2 now to Spencer Jones. Swing and a miss, and Jones strikes out for the second out, and that's going to bring Jose Caballero. Yeah, I got him with the slider, man. It's good. It was a good pitch, I'm not going to lie. But here comes Jose Caballero. Ball 1 to Caballero. It is 1 and 1 now to Jose Caballero. The 1-1, 1 and 2. Caballero calls time. So Caballero 2 for 2. Got the only 2 hits on the board for the Yankees. The 1-2. Caballero fouls that one. It's still 1 and 2 to Caballero. And real quick, the Knicks are up 105-91 in the fourth quarter with over 2 minutes left. And Caballero strikes out. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. It's the 7th inning stretch, folks. You know what that means. Get up, stretch, get some food, get a drink, get a snack, folks. Come right back. All right. I'll leave you all with some tunes. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go away. All right, we're back to the game. Sorry, I'm a little late, but looks like Kervin Castro is in the game for the Yankees. Gives up a leadoff double here to Joey Ortiz. So Kervin Castro got the call up last night. So fresh arm out of the bullpen. This does bring Jackson Chourio up to the plate. So strike one here to Chourio. The 0-1 to Chourio. 0-2. The 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Castro or to Chourio. Upstairs, 2-2 now to Chourio. As Castro sets here on the 2-2. Struck him out looking, but Chourio is challenging the pitch. So let's see if the call gets overturned. It does not. So the Brewers lose the challenge. They have 1 challenge left. So the call has been confirmed. It's a strikeout for Castro. First out of the inning. So here is Bryce Terang, who's 0 for 3. First pitch, ball 1. And that's a foul ball, 1-1 now to Bryce Terang. Ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 now to Terang, who is 0 for 3 tonight. The 2-1. Grounded. Jazz fields it, fires to first, and gets Terang out. Ortiz will move over to third. And that's going to bring William Contreras now to the plate. So Jasson Dominguez's injury report, placed on the 10-day IL with a left shoulder AC joint sprain. So if you remember, he made that fantastic play in left field, but unfortunately he crashed into the wall hard. That forced him to leave the game. And there's a grounder, and that's going to get through for a single. It's an RBI single for Contreras. It is now a 6-0 game. And that's going to bring Gary Sanchez now to the plate. So Caballero dives for it, but the ball gets past him. Here's Sanchez. He takes ball 1. Sanchez 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the 1-0. And a line drive right to Caballero as he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Brewers add another run to the board. It is 6-0 going into the top of the 8th. So Yankees have only a couple of more chances to try to make something happen. They're 6 outs away from losing this game. Wells, McMahon, and Grisham will be due up. So we'll see what they do when we get back from commercial. And it's been a frustrating game tonight. Trust me. Like I said earlier in the game, man, watching me calling these games and watching them, calling these games for you all. I mean, it's hard, man. It really is. Calling these games and watching them, and especially when the Yankees are playing like the way they are, it's hard for me. It really is. It's one thing. It's one thing when they're winning, we're all excited, we're all real happy. It makes it more exciting for me to call the games. But when they're losing, it's one of those things where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to end the live stream, and I'm going to go home. I'm just going to call it a night. But I gotta stick it out, man. I gotta stick it out, even when the Yankees are losing. Right? You still got to stick it out, man. You can't be. I can't be a fair weather fan. Right. So, I gotta, you gotta ride with the team when they win or lose. You can't only be a fan when they win. You got to be a fan when they lose too. But it's unfortunate. But again, games like this, they happen. I mean, it happened a couple nights ago against the Texas Rangers. It just Will Warren came out. It wasn't his game. It's as simple as that. And they went up against Nathan Eovaldi, who completely dominated. But what are you going to do? All right, Paul Goldschmidt's going to be pinch hitting here for Austin Wells as he takes ball one. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Yeah, we could still have fun, man. I mean, why not? Doesn't have to be miserable, even though the Yanks are losing. But it's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 now to Paul Goldschmidt. All right, see ya, Beagle. The 3-1. Foul ball, 3-2. Full count to Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch. And Goldschmidt, sky high pop up. Mitchell runs in, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Let's see if there's going to be another pinch hitter. There is going to be another pinch hitter. It is going to be Ahmed Rosario, who's going to be pinch hitting here for Ryan McMahon. Strike 1 to Ahmed Rosario. And there's a grounder by Rosario. And Vaughn will take it himself, steps on the bag for out number 2. And that's going to bring Trent Grisham up. And the first pitch to Grisham is a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. It is being challenged by Contreras. Let's see if this call gets overturned. And it does get overturned. It is, in fact, a strike. It's now 1-1. So the third call overturned tonight by the ABS. It's 2-1 now to Trent Grisham. There's a grounder right to Vaughn. Steps on the bag for out number 3. Yankees go down in order. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Yankees are 3 outs away from losing this opener. Yeah, Yankees' chances of making any comeback is slim now. It's definitely falling to 0. So tonight just wasn't their night, sadly. It was all Milwaukee tonight, starting with Jacob Misiorowski, who struck out 11. Struck out 11 bats, man. That dude's, and he was throwing straight heaters. Like the stuff that he was throwing, man, like anywhere from, it was mostly in the upper or in the lower 100s. Can't even speak. 100 to 103. 100 to 103 miles per hour. It's crazy. Crazy. But I still appreciate you all hanging out with me on this Friday night. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate both. So Vaughn, Rengifo, and Mitchell will be up when we get back from commercial break. All right, Kervin Castro is back on the mound for the Yankees. And he's facing Andrew Vaughn right now, who is at the plate, who takes ball 1. It is 1-0 to Andrew Vaughn as he calls time. The 1-0 is a grounder. Caballero fields it, throws over to first, and Rice makes the catch. So 1 down, and that's going to bring Luis Rengifo. All right, here's Luis Rengifo. Fouls the first pitch, 0-1. Yeah, we'll see how the rotation falls there, Jacob. The 0-1. Foul back, 0-2. Jose Sanchez says, we are here until the end, my brother. Thank you for staying on. I appreciate you all being here. It's like I said earlier, man. I mean, it's all fun when the Yankees are winning, and I'm excited when I call the games. I'd stay on until the very end, but it's one of those things where when the Yankees are losing, it's not so fun calling these games. And I get so tempted at times to like call it a night, but I can't do that. You know what I mean? I got to call these games even when they're losing. And I've certainly have called a lot of games where they have lost, and it's hard calling those games. But You do what you got to do. You got to be there for your team every night, every day, right? You can't be a fair weather fan. Jones he's going to get plenty of opportunity there, Lou. He should get plenty of opportunity. Even tomorrow, why not play him in the outfield? Why not play him in the outfield, put Judge at DH or put Cody Bellinger at DH and let him play left field? I mean, you could put Trent Grisham there too. He could play center. I mean, I want for every day Jones is up on the major league roster. I want him playing every single day. So, but it's 2-2 here to Rengifo as Castro sets. And that is hit into right field, but Jazz is running back. He makes the catch for out number 2, and that's going to bring Garrett Mitchell to the plate. Judge's stats. I mean, right now he's batting .264, 15 home runs. He's got 1,023 OPS. That was batting average. I appreciate it there, Jay Wyatt. I mean, I try to do what I can, dude. So 1-1 here to Mitchell. Ball 2 now. Two and two. Time to play that 2-strike horn. Swing and a miss, and Castro struck him out. And the top of the ninth is coming up. Last chance for the New York Yankees to try to make something happen. I mean, why not put him in every day? I mean, what's the point of him getting benched? Let him be the DH every day, which the Yankees could do. Or put him in the outfield. I mean, Boone did say that he would put him in the outfield. That he'll see some playing time in the outfield. Why not? What is a fair weather fan exactly? Well, fair weather fans when they only show up when the Yankees are winning, or when teams are winning, or when the team is playing poorly. Then they start making comments when the teams are playing bad. They never want to give the team credit when the team is winning. So it's like some folks only show up to the live stream when the Yankees are playing bad because they can't. It's almost like they can't help the fact that they're playing well, which never really made any sense to me. Robert, snap. Knicks 1-9. Okay, 108.94. Nice. They're up 3-0, so they have an opportunity to sweep the Sixers. I would love for that to happen. So, name that Yankee, folks. I don't know if anybody paid attention to it. And if you guessed Gary Sheffield, you were right. Yeah, Sheffield was a beast, man. Great player. All right, let's get back to the game here. Ben Rice is So ball 1-1 now to Ben Rice. The 1-1. And Rice pops it up. So Rice 0 for 4 tonight, and that's going to bring the captain to the plate, Aaron Judge. Yeah, this game didn't last very long when you think about it, but here's Aaron Judge, who gets his first hit of the game with a single. So 1-out single here in the top of the ninth by Aaron Judge, and that's going to bring Cody Bellinger. Swing and a miss there by Cody Bellinger, 0-1. Bellinger's 0 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2 now to Cody Bellinger. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. And that ball is hit to right field. Frelick makes the catch for out number 2, and that's going to bring Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate.
Talking all that jazz.
Here's Jazz. Grounded foul, 0-1. So Yankees are down to their final out. Jazz is 0 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yankees are down to their final strike. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Jazz strikes out. That's going to end the game as the Yankees lose the series opener 6-0 against the Milwaukee Brewers. Not really much to talk about here, folks. I mean, the Yankees bats were nowhere to be found. Max Fried struggled in tonight's outing, despite the fact that he struck out 5, walked 3 batters in 6 innings, was still able to get 6 innings. And the Brewers bats just, did their work against Max Fried. And Mizorowski was the, player of the game really for the Brewers. 11 strikeouts and 2 walks. He had a solid outing. The Yankees bats had 0 answer for Mizorowski. Yankees bats only had 2 hits, both from Caballero. But that's what we got, though, folks. You hope that the Yankees will bounce back tomorrow night against the Brewers. Cam Schlittler will be on the mound, so you hope Cam Schlittler can deliver tomorrow. You hope that the bats come back and wake up for tomorrow's game. And I know the Brewers are going to have a lefty on the mound. I forget. I'll look up. Let me look up his name real quick. But yeah, have a good night, Rodolfo. See you later there, Robert. Yeah, Katie, it was a pretty lame game, but what are you going to do? But the Brewers are going to have Kyle Harrison. Looks like he's another good pitcher. 3-1 record, 2.12 ERA. So he's a left-handed pitcher. So you could expect to see Rosario in the lineup tomorrow. Maybe Paul Goldschmidt. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But let's hope the Yankees can bounce back tomorrow and win tomorrow's game, and then win the game on Sunday when Carlos Rodon pitches on Sunday. But yeah, just wasn't the Yankees' night. Plain and simple. It just they suck tonight, but it's all right. It's all right. They're it's what their 13th loss of the season. Still plenty of baseball left. So James says, get him tomorrow. Thanks, NFE. No, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of you being here, all you guys and gals. Thank you all for hanging out with me on this Friday night. But I'm gonna call it a night here. But thank you all very much. I don't know if I'll be calling tomorrow night's game, if I'm being honest. Just be on the lookout. Just check those notifications. There's a decent fight card for the UFC. For those of you that don't know me, I'm also a big combat sports fan. So I might just tune into that. I might take the weekend off, and I might not call the games, but we'll see. I'll make a decision. But if I don't see y'all, enjoy the weekend. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great night. All right, happy Friday. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend if I don't see you. Okay. Yankees they'll bounce back, right? We know they will. But thank you all for hanging out with me. Make sure you all hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all very much for the continued support. I'll see you all next time. Have a great night, everyone. And as always, let's go Yankees.